What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another episode of the Smark Out Moment Smack Talk podcast. I'm your host, as always, Tony Mango, and joining me, as always, are Callum Wiggins,
Hello.
Robert DeFelice,
Howdy.
and Steve Owego.
Yo.
What we are doing today is something a little bit off the beaten path. That's what it was. What is the thing I said the other day? I don't know.
Smooth start. That's great.
Yeah, well, I'm tired. I woke up about I don't know, 20 minutes ago or so that's the best time to be doing this. But hey, we gotta do it, and that might be something that I can blame on later on. But if I go, oh, this is a problem, and be like, oh, I was tired when I was making my picks. What we're doing is we're making our picks for the Fantasy League season that we're about to start. We did the whole setup with the predictions for SummerSlam, and now we've got the order of who's going to pick what. And we're going to go around here, pick our 8 people that are on our teams to start off. Of course, we can do some trades and some different things like that. But yeah, Fantasy League is starting up. Callum's got a whole set of rules. He's going to be tracking this. He's really spearheading this. And it should be a lot of fun. We're going to go from SummerSlam until WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, that'll be the initial run.
So
See how well it does, and if I can sustain it for that period of time, and then maybe it will get a full year after that.
yeah. So we're trying to keep that in mind. We're trying to keep in mind the idea that we have to follow all the rules that are going on. There's going to be a whole breakdown on smarkoutmoment.com. We're not going to get into that now because that's just going to eat up some time to be like, there's so many points for this thing and stuff like that. You can read the rules if you want to. It's this is about the draft. So how do you want to get this started? Do you want to kind of I don't know, commandeer the ship, Callum? Or
I can take over if you want. So what we're going to be doing here is obviously the drafting of our teams. We're going to be drafting teams of 8, and the order of the draft is based on the SummerSlam prediction results, which if you weren't listening to the SummerSlam review, it's essentially the order was that Tony won the predictions contest by the measure of being able to guess the closest time for the Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman match, because he did the Price is Right rule, which he's not going to be allowed to do going forward.
Yeah, but that's another handicap that's just screwing me over in the future.
Yeah. So Tony will go first, I will go second, Rob will go third, and Wago will go fourth. But then it will snake around, and Wago will get 2 picks in a row, and it will go back to Tony, and we'll keep doing that until all 8 picks of all of our respective teams has been made.
Yeah, so this is not the type of thing that we're going to be discussing all of our picks. You're not going to have to go through and say, I reason I picked this person is because I think that they're going to, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. The reason why you pick them is you think that they're going to score a lot of points. That's really how it works.
So also the picks are all going to be made from the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT rosters. There's going to be no picks from NXT UK. You can obviously pick from 205 Live and hope they appear on Raw and SmackDown, but or NXT. But essentially, the results are only going to count for episodes of Raw, episodes of SmackDown, episodes of NXT, pay-per-views, and takeovers. So nothing from main event, nothing from 205 Live, nothing from NXT UK, because it's going to be difficult enough to track as it is.
Plus, nobody watches most of those shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So really quickly, just to get them out of the way, let me toss out the plugs that are going on here, just in super quick fashion. Leave your comments below. Tell us your thoughts on which teams you think are the best and who you're rooting for and who do you think should have been picked and different kinds of things like that. If you're leaving a comment, you should be doing that ideally over on the YouTube channel. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already and ring that little notification bell. Hit the like button on the video. That helps out quite a bit. If you are so inclined, hit the applause button and, help us out on the monetary side of things. Another way to do that is to join the YouTube membership, which is essentially like a Patreon. And of course, there is the Patreon. So go to patreon.com/smarkoutmoment if you would like to see more of anything in particular on the whole Smark Out Moment brand. And that includes maybe doing more of these kind of podcast related things. Maybe if that's the case and everybody really likes the idea of us doing the Fantasy League, we're not planning on doing something where we, tackle this every week and we don't do it the way that we used to do it. Instead, it's going to be a lot of it just kind of hanging out on the Mega Maniacs group on Facebook and then some things here and there when we're doing like pay-per-view coverage and some different main events and such. But if you would like us to do dedicated discussions and trades and everything on podcast form, then one of the ways to do that is to take advantage of the Pick Your Poison tier on the Patreon, or even just keep donating $1 or $5, $10, whatever. $10 and up gives you access to the Patreon exclusive episodes, which are called Dark Casts. So maybe we do something there with the Fantasy League, because that'd be kind of quicker too. I don't know. Just show your support in whatever way that you can. Pick up some merchandise on TeePublic or Redbubble at Smark Out Moment, Fanboys Anonymous, or a Mango Tees. Check out fanboysanonymous.com for the geek culture stuff, and just hang out and enjoy. There you go. All the plugs out of the way. Speeding through here. Anything we need to get started other than just start the picks? Or
Well, if you want to, and I don't know if everyone's prepared with this or not, do we have team names for this season of the Fantasy League? We can obviously sort them out later if people don't have them established yet, but if you do have a team name, feel free to shout it out.
I have a team name. I figured, I need to go with something that is a stupid little pun of some kind. And I was looking through and trying to figure out what WWE related tag teams or so I can make out of my names. The only thing I came up with is with TM61, and I'm like, what could I do with Tony Mang or whatever like that? But we're gonna go with The Mangoes Don't Kneel.
That's okay.
It's pretty awful, and I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so The Mangoes Don't Kneel for Tony Mango. Rob, do you have a team now?
I do. One of the most ridiculous Survivor Series team names is the 1994 Survivor Series team of the Teamsters. So I'm going to take that and be the Memesters. And that's what we're going with.
Wago, do you have one?
Oh, it is the return of the Ring King.
It can't be a classic. I decided to take a inspiration from a bit more of even an era before the time that I was watching wrestling, because my original thought was going with the underwhelming era, but I decided to go with a different pun of wrestling. So we are the Bastion Boogie Knights.
I like it.
Wide variety going on here. I wish I could type out the Ring Kings in that kind of way.
Yeah, I
You
wish
need
there
to
was a
add
font
extra
for
eyes.
that, because we've got like the font for mocking people, but we don't have a font for that.
The Ring Kings.
Okay, so team names all established. All it needs to go now is just start with the picks. So Tony, you're first up.
I don't think this should be too much of a surprise. My
Oh,
first
he's gonna
pick
take it.
is Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
Damn.
Ah, you slut.
so obvious.
Well,
I hope he
I
gets-
was thinking
I
about
hope he-
going Bronson Reed, but
Listen.
It almost makes you wish there's another COVID outbreak in the WWE. so-
Yeah. Watch.
My one isn't too far off the beaten track in this regard here as well. You've used that phrase already, so like, bring that out again. My pick is Bobby Lashley,
wow, I didn't think that you'd go with him.
United States champion coming up, man. Needs to pick up some championships.
Speaking of champions, my first pick is Bailey.
Damn it.
You upset about that?
Oh, she's going to be one of my first picks.
Yeah, she was pretty high up on mine.
Oh, I was going to avoid them almost because I thought they're going to lose titles at the next show. So, but-
She's never losing the title. That feud's not happening.
well, she's losing a tag title.
Not for those.
No, that's not happening either. They just never dropping anything.
Okay. Wago, first pick for you.
Oh, I guess this can be the second time someone's a team captain for the Ring Kings. I'll go with AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
I guess there's a good chance him picking back up the Intercontinental title at some point soon.
He's pushed pretty strongly.
Okay, so you'll pick again now, Wago. Get two in a row.
Just so Rob can't have him, I'm going to pick up Adam Cole.
That's a bitch move there.
I was legit thinking you were going to say Bronson Reed.
I did too.
I thought about it, but I'm just like, nah, this one will stab deeper.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Okay. Asuka.
Damn.
Asuka.
Fuck.
Fucks on the roster.
Well, 7 picks in and you're already struggling.
Well, I know if I don't pick one of these guys, I'm going to lose the other ones that I wanted to get. So
You get 2 picks now. You get 2 picks now.
Oh, that's right. Shit, I forgot that I got 2. All right, then I'm going to go Matt Riddle and Keith Lee.
He was like really high up on my list until Raw happened, and then just went plummeting down.
Well, we don't lose points for
his music and his attire, and now he's trash.
We don't lose points for them screwing up somebody's entrance and ring gear.
I'm gonna do it, Shayna Baszler.
Not a bad pick at all. She was high up there for me.
Randy Orton.
Oh,
Another
Yeah.
top pick there.
Stop
Give me
picking the
Kevin.
people I like.
give me Kevin Owens.
It's a good one. It's definitely one that has a lot of potential. Another pick for you, Wago.
Oh shit, I got it to go again. Give me Bray Wyatt.
Fuck.
Ooh.
It's interesting because one of those 2 is walking out Universal Champion at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I thought I kind of was thinking maybe I would hedge my bets.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Bailey's got to lose it eventually. Give me Sasha Banks.
That's gonna suck if when she drops her title in the first defense after she wins it.
Hey.
Here's one that I didn't think I was going to be picking this early, but I think might as well just dive into NXT. Damian Priest.
Not actually high up on my list now that I'm looking at that. Let's see. I am gonna go with
Maybe 2 of them again, so don't strain too hard.
let's go with Drew McIntyre, even though eventually he's gonna lose that title, and Jeff Hardy.
New IC champion.
Mostly,
Okay.
actually, not the IC title thing. I looked at win-loss records and percentages. Jeff
you've been
Hardy's got.
preparing. That's not fair.
Wow, Tony actually dived into this with some preparation.
I didn't go to sleep until 1:30. So what do you think I was doing? Just sitting around?
I'll go with someone they seem to be pushing right now. Big E.
That was my next pickup.
Yeah, that was one of mine too.
Small
Since
and
this-
medium E are still available if you want to get them.
Since this one goes through Mania, I'm gonna take a chance here and pick Edge.
That's
I don't think that's going to work out well for you, dude.
No,
That's quite
that's
early in the
great.
thing.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that's a good pick, Rob.
Now,
You
you
want to
watch.
pick Extra Lumix next as well?
You can
No,
pick.
no,
I think
no.
Becky Lynch is the next one.
Yeah.
All right, so is it me?
Yeah, pick Velveteen
Good
Dream.
pick for you.
Braun Strowman and Karrion Kross.
Braun Strowman was literally the next guy on my list I was going to pick.
Yeah, so
Because he already lost the title, so I'm going to lose those points. Fuck. Fuckity fuck. YouTube
Dolph-
monetization. Dolph
Dolph
Ziggler?
Yeah.
Don't hate my team right now.
Whoa, Dolph Ziggler. What
Yeah.
did Rob pick? Dolph Ziggler. Just Finn Balor.
That was really high up on my list, too. I think he might be the next NXT champion.
He doesn't lose often, so
Oh,
Tony.
Yeah.
Pick Daniel Bryan again, Tony.
Yeah, I don't want to do that to him. Every time I pick Daniel Bryan, he gets injured or something.
Why don't you pick one of the tall guys in Retribution?
Chelsea Green, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Aleister Black and Rhea Ripley.
Oh, Rhea was probably my next pick.
God damn it.
Going through a bit of I don't say the dregs and stuff now, but it's just like a mixture of ones that I had highlighted in a different color than the main ones I wanted.
Well, if you want something in common with Priest, you can get Velveteen Dream.
Oh God.
Oh,
I hope that people are like slowly picking that joke up now, and that's
It took me a second. I'm like, are they because they're tall? Or like, I'm just sitting there like,
Give me Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, a game.
Bobby Lashley.
Already
No.
It's my first
No,
pick.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not trading yet, Rob.
God, no. We're really getting to the bottom here.
Fine then,
Oh,
Oscar.
Bronson Reed, you like him?
Yeah, I was gonna save him for the end as the haha pick, but give me Bronson Reed.
Okay, so this is your 7th and 8th picks now, Wago.
Shit. Reassessing a couple of the ones I was going to pick.
Jackson Riker and
Is Johnny Gargano injured right now?
No.
Nah.
All right.
Well, he should be.
He normally is, so I don't normally know. So yeah, Johnny Gargano.
Well, as long as he stays away from matches with
Rich Holland.
Rich Holland, yeah, then he'll be fine.
And your last one's Chase Parker, right?
Shit, yeah, I got a second pick. Give me the Miz.
Interesting. Did not expect Miz's name to come up in the first round.
The fucking gobshite. He normally gets screen time, and he's like the one guy that never gets injured, and probably
true.
yeah.
Give me Sheamus.
Sheamus was my next pick.
That was a good one.
Fuck you. You picked Rhea Ripley.
Hmm.
My team looks like shit.
You want to go
I love that confidence coming through. Like,
About 45 seconds after picking the team.
Okay. There's a few good options. I'm gonna go with. Oh, is that one or that one? Is that
Miz not looking so bad now, is he?
I was never gonna pick the Miz. I was waiting for.
Well, why don't you fill us in on the couple people that you're thinking? Because when you pick, then it's just me, and then obviously
I'm thinking of one of the Viking
Raiders. Who should I pick when you've taken the rest of them?
I'm thinking of either one of the Viking Raiders.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of
No.
No.
One of Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura.
They weren't.
I thought
on
about
mine.
that.
Nope.
Yeah, they were on my list too.
And either of the Street Profits.
They're on my list, but they're not high up on me. So none of them are in the range for me.
I think, all things considered, I'm going to go with Cesaro.
So I'm debating between Io Shirai, Isaiah Swerve Scott, the Street Profits,
Daniel Bryan,
Bianca Belair, Riddick Moss has a really high win-loss ratio, but he hasn't been around all that much. I think I am tempted to get Santos Escobar too, but he doesn't wrestle that much. It's either between Io Shirai or Timothy Thatcher for me.
So I thought about Shirai, but she's gonna lose that belt, and then
she's gonna lose that belt. Yeah.
Have you picked Shirai, you'd have no room for Edge.
Yeah, well, that's gonna come in handy at the Royal Rumble, bitches. Okay, major points here. I
think ultimately I'm just gonna roll the dice a little bit and hope that he keeps getting some wins. I'm gonna go with Timothy Thatcher. That way I avoid the potential title loss.
Okay.
For Io Shirai.
So those are the 4 teams sorted out. So just do a quick rundown of the teams now. So Tony's team, so the Mangoes Don't Kneel.
Great name.
Is Roman Reigns, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, Aleister Black, Rhea Ripley, and Timothy Thatcher.
Woo.
Rob's the Memesters. Bailey, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Sasha Banks, Edge, Dolph Ziggler, Bronson Reed, and Sheamus. Wago's The Ring Kings is AJ Styles, Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Karrion Kross, Johnny Gargano, and The Miz. Whereas my Bastion Boogie Knights are Bobby Lashley, Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Damian Priest, Big E, Finn Balor, Tommaso Ciampa, and Cesaro. So yeah, that'll be our teams at least for 1 week. Those are our teams.
I'm thinking about changing somebody.
Well, you will get an opportunity.
Okay, Sean.
You will get an opportunity. Obviously, we will be doing trades. They'll be happening behind the scenes. We'll just be messaging the guys to let them know if they have any trades they want to make. You can make a maximum of 2 trades per week. The week will commence. Well, the first show that points are going to count is on Payback. So the first week after. So essentially, it'll be the week after following that point will be the first time you can start making trades. So Payback is the first time the points will matter, and we'll go from there.
You know what? No, I'm not going to make that trade eventually, I think. Unless something weird happens, obviously. But no, I'm feeling that little buyer's remorse at the end there with Timothy Thatcher it already went away. So I'm feeling confident. Who's feeling confident here?
I don't hate my team, but I'm not sure about Karrion Cross. I don't know how long they're going to keep him as champ. So he might end up getting kicked off at some point or traded.
The first half of my team is solid. The latter half, not so much.
You went off the rails with Edge, isn't he? Like not even back until WrestleMania.
Maybe
Well,
WrestleMania.
I'm going with he's going to win that WWE Championship, if not before the Rumble, at least Rumble time. So I'm thinking he'll be a major player.
Is there any points for like inactivity, like minus points?
Let me just double check quickly.
Yeah.
Peyton used a bit like
so absences after 2 weeks of absence on TV, you get -5 points. After 3 weeks absence, it's -10 points, and it just goes up by 5 every single week that somebody's not on TV.
Edge was a really good pick.
All right.
Somebody didn't consult the rule book before.
I certainly did not. Okay.
I'm happy with my team in terms of a short-term thing. I've decided to go with a short-term outlook and hopefully be able to make trades as I see things starting to turn badly for the people that I picked. So I'm pretty confident.
I just went with people I thought would be consistently booked well, not all the time, but people that Vince doesn't get in a mood and just bury.
That's kind of where I went with some of these people. I looked at those win-loss ratios, and somebody like a Roman Reigns, obviously, I mean, if I wouldn't have picked him, it would have seemed ridiculous. But like Matt Riddle, he wins almost all of his matches, and he wrestles pretty consistently at this point. Keith Lee, even though they're kind of screwing him up a little bit, they're hopefully going to push him real hard. Drew McIntyre, he's won every single match that he's had this year, and that's good. Jeff Hardy, great ratio. Aleister Black wins most of his matches. Rhea Ripley's still pretty unbeatable. That's why the only thing with Timothy Thatcher, I was just like, oh, he did just lose, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time he won a match.
He can't. He's got to win eventually.
Yeah, he obviously went eventually, but that was the one that I was a little bit, because I would have definitely gone Io Shirai over Timothy Thatcher, but
actually, I'm not even feeling so like, oh man, I should have picked up Io Shirai. I'm actually thinking that I should have picked up somebody like a Santos Escobar and just been like, well, they appear and they don't lose, you know?
Well, listen, if 205 Live counted, the golden pick would have been Tahuti Miles, but
Alrighty, well, yeah, if you think that you've got anything in particular that you're like, this team looks great or whatever, drop a comment below. And, if you think, wow, my God, how did nobody pick up, I don't know, Candice LeRae or somebody, then keep that in mind. Drop a comment for that too. I did my plugs all ahead of time, so I don't need to do anything with that. But you do need to check out what we've got coming up next for the channel. That's going to be the WWE Payback predictions. We're going to do that tomorrow. And then later on in this week, we're going to do the hot tags, which is going to break down everything that's happened in the news for this week, as well as any updates that happen from Payback that happen on SmackDown that we won't know ahead of time, obviously. Then after that, we're going to do the Payback post-show. And then we'll obviously tell you on the Payback post show what differences there were as far as any kind of points and where our standing is and such. There's going to be a page on smarkoutmoment.com where you can track this kind of stuff. Calum's going to just update that on a regular basis. And I don't know exactly which part of the site it's going to be on. It's probably going to be somewhere in the extra gimmicks side of things or so, but we're going to try to figure that out a little bit over the next couple of days. That's all I got to say. So let's pass this baton around and get some other plugs out of the way. Rob?
Yeah, my first plug would be always read the rules to things. But you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram @DudeFelice. Check out everything I got going on with Fightful.com and WrestleZone.com. And I'll see you back here for the Payback predictions.
Wago?
All right, so you can follow me at Stephen Wago on Twitter. I'll have some links posted up on there once I'm streaming again. Until then, peace out, bitches.
Go.
So you can follow me on Twitter at Weekmeister14. You can check out all the great articles on smartcout.com, including the power rankings, my weekly contribution, and obviously the Fantasy League stuff as well, which will be regularly be updated. There's 2001, that was last year.
That was last year.
Yeah,
2001, Paul Heyman
right.
Odyssey.
Yeah, it's pretty tired. Paul Heyman SmackDown podcast every Saturday, where me and Rob go back to the year 2002, check out all the episodes of SmackDown where Paul Heyman was the head writer. So got a pretty bumper episode coming up next week, this week, should I say, where it is the Undisputed Championship Gauntlet series. So if you want to check out all the stuff that was happening on that show, you'll be able to see it in your feed on Saturday. And obviously, I think we mentioned it before, but make sure you're part of the Mega Maniacs so you can keep track of all of the stuff that takes place in the Fantasy League, because there will be posts at least weekly about all of the trades and points, so you can keep score of everything there. So make sure that you're just following along with us.
And Barry?
What up, Barry?
Hey, are you gonna sing the outro, Tony? You promised.
No, I didn't promise. You promised for me. I didn't do any of that research. I
You've been up all night.
spent more
What
time
excuse you
checking
got?
things on Cage Match instead. Go back and check out the other outro that we did before. There you go. There's the outro. Maybe I'll work on that at some point soon. There'll be some little Darkcast treat or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Quick and
All right.
in and out. And we'll see you with the payback predictions, everybody. But for now, this has been another Smark Out Moment, and we're being counted out.